Hey everyone, this is Ben, KC9UNS, and today I'm going to show you my breakout box that I made right here. This is the front of the box. It is roughly, I would say about 4 inches by 4 by 3 inch box. This is the front of the box. It has a little toggle switch right here. In a minute I'll tell you what that's for. The inside, a lot of breakout boxes have, it's just a very simple setup, and I wanted to do something a little bit different from normal breakout boxes, where this breakout box has a 600 ohm matching resistor in it, or transformer, and it has two microphone jacks, top one left and right, and then you have the I believe that one is the audio in, this one right here, it's audio in, and then PTT. Well, that's what the switch in the front's for. It switches between left and right radios, between the two radios, and the middle position being off. In the inside, you have, if you can see this, you have the top one. The top is both the top pin 1 and 4 are ground. Pin 3 is PTT. Pin 2 is audio. The resistor right here, that is, I think, 1,000. It is I think a red, black, or no. Yeah, red, black, and green resistor. I'm not quite sure what that is. I haven't gotten to know what the resistors are. But then they got the ground going from here, goes to the ground to connect. Ground's connected in over here in the bottom. If you can see that correctly. Got the ground going from the PTT switch, and I have two different cables. I have one here for a normal CB or RCA 2950, but there's a problem. If you have an RCA 2950 Ranger, it requires a receive pin to be for number 4, which unfortunately you would have to have a 3-pin PTT switch in order to do that, which are a little bit rare and hard to find with to do with a homemade PTT switch like this. This is just a normal button with normal PTT button and encased in PVC piping. The 6 matching ohm transformer, that I got at Radio Shack. Radio Shack offers them. You can also find them on Mauser. Biggest problem is you'd have to buy a bunch of them in order to really get the quantity that you want for the shipping. I also have my, well, it's not mine, but it's borrowed, Kenwood, I'm trying to remember what it was, TMG707, and I've got it being able to hook up to my mixer here using the modular plug and a 4-pin normal microphone plug. With a Kenwood, it required the ground to be ground for the PTT. It wanted a ground for the cable, and unfortunately that was a little bit hard to do, so I had to figure that out. Once I figured it out, it works great. And next thing I had to figure out is how to connect my RCA 2950 so I can switch between both of them. Now here's the kicker. The RCA 2950, like I said, requires a receive pin to be on the PTT. Any normal microphone has that. So what I wanted to do is go from the normal 8-pin here on the microphone. It's a 6-pin. Excuse me, 6-pin. To go to 4-pin, and unfortunately, it does not quite work. When you press down on the PTT, it releases the receive and goes to PTT. When you undo it, it switches and goes to the receive. This radio requires that. So, unfortunately, it's just one of those things where you have to have a 3-pin PTT switch that requires that. With I think it's a stereo. I have this just hooked up for what is it? An 1/8 inch jack right here, or not 8? Yeah, 1/4 inch jack to plug in the back for the PTT. And one thing that I did have to find out about this is that these cannot touch the shielding of the box. I wish I would have known that, otherwise I would have bought a plastic box instead of using this old one that I got from my father. But I used rubber grommets on it, and it works relatively well. Top of the box and sealed up, pretty nice, neat, and I could set that on top of my frequency counter here, and I could switch back and forth between different microphones. So that's that. This is my Breakout box that I built. It was pretty cheap. Roughly around, I got the connectors, the microphone connectors, for free, except for the top one. That one cost me about $3 from a local dealer, and a local CB dealer. And then these were roughly around $2 to $3. This was around $6, the transformer. Switch, roughly around, I think it was $2 or $3 for that up at Fry's. Just a recommendation, don't go to Fry's. They might not have everything that you need for your project box. But I do recommend, if you are going to get a project box, go to Fry's. They have way too many of them up there, at least at mine. Radio Shack has some also. I think they're plastic. So if you're looking for plastic ones, go to Radio Shack and get that. Something else that I also made that is pretty cool. Let me clear this off here so I can show everybody on YouTube. This is my CW keyer. It is I don't exactly know what it is, but it's a switch. It's a toggle switch for machines or something like that. You know, if it connects, it closes or opens a circuit. This one has both that you can connect to open or close a circuit. I chose to, whenever you press down, it closes the circuit, which means PTT. Or you can use it for CW as a Morse keyer, which is what I do. This one is this specific switch is a 2HBT-1. Very expensive. Don't really recommend you finding one like this one, exactly like this one, but you can certainly find ones that that are relatively like it. I recommend one with a tapered bar and a spring inside. Must have a spring so that it bounces back and it has really no problems. I just put a simple wire attached to a 3.5mm plug. It goes in the back of the RCI 2950, and I can play around with Morse code out that way. So thank you for watching the video. I'll be posting more videos about my projects and everything else later on down the road. Thanks everybody. Bye bye.